Sands. I'm here as your Chief Sales Officer and one of the four co-founders, welcoming you to a great wake up to Akanna this morning. We are going to go on and get out of the way so I can introduce our CEO, our visionary, and this young lady I have been knowing for almost 18 years. Can't believe it, here in the city of New Orleans, spreading the word of Akanna all over. Thanking Dr. Kim for hosting us this weekend as she is growing a phenomenal team. Gigi Harris, Christian Phillips, everybody came together and just gave that Louisiana team a rebirth, and they're excited and ready to go. And that's what we're doing all across the country. And so without further ado, bringing up Melissa Boston, our I see so many new faces on here. Our own CEO, who's gonna give you some nuggets this morning. So I hope you have paper and pen. Someone I've known 18 years, and guys, she came out gangbusters. She made an impact on my life the first time I met her because she fired her boss. That's right, from corporate America, making six figures, corner office, company car, but it was not serving her or her family. And so she went into social selling full time, became MVP of 3 companies, and built teams in over 46 countries. And guys, became a CEO of a cannabis business, founded Akanna in 2019. But can you believe, after all those accolades and 4 years later, it has only just begun? Melissa Boston, are you out there?
Good morning, Phyllis. I am out here. Oh my goodness. Hey, I know you guys are just heading back probably today or tomorrow from Louisiana, so safe travels. I know that event was off the chain. Oh my gosh, the team is fired up, guys, ready to roll. So big shout out to everyone who participated in Louisiana. Big shout out to Dr. Kim Dotree, who also shut it down last night at the certification class. And so thank you all for waking up to Akanna. And I want to just say again, good morning, good morning, good morning. When I hear Phyllis give me those accolades, I'm looking around and always wondering, wait a minute now, who is she really talking about? Because I got to really give you back, the accolades, because when I really think about, my success in this industry, and I think about even the first time, I met you, wow, that was an epic meeting because we were in a packed out room. Phyllis was in the audience. She was getting her certification. I was in front of the room. And we just connected, guys. We connected when I realized she was on my team. It was like, wow, it's really going to be game over. She went out there and broke records, earning over 100 grand in less than 4 months, helping her team do the same thing. One of the guys in less than 90 days, guys, and the rest is history, okay? And so now here she is as our midwife, our first diamond, our first double diamond, as we have now given birth to this new brand, Akanna. You can tell we are fired up and ready to go. Akanna means in the hands of God. Our mission is we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. Our vision is to elevate the well-being of your body and soul. Have some special guests on the line this morning. So I'm excited, guys. I am still here in South Dakota. I think the only other time I went through South Dakota is when I was with my grandparents many, many years ago. We were on our way to Wyoming as a child, and we were going through, the grassy plains, okay, of the Midwest, right? We would travel to lots of different places, even over to the West Coast. But I just remember those early days, and as I was here, I said, wow, I said, this is right next door to where now my cousins live, okay? And we are truly in the country, guys. I'm telling you what, but we are having a blast. And if you ever want to come to South Dakota and have a blast and drive through the cornfields, the cow farms, right, here in the Midwest, yeah, I flew in, but some of our leaders, hey, guess what? They drove in because really it started with this spark, okay? Willie Mooney picked up the phone and called who? Jesus. Jesus picked up the phone and called Stookie. But before all that, guess what? JC had to convince his dad to come take a look, okay? So these 3 guys were really the reason why some of these conversations and doors have even opened, because they really brought, some phenomenal people to the table. And Stookie, I'm telling you what, he is at it, guys, because he aims to constantly knock it out the park. He's kind of like this. If they're not a big fish, a lot of times he's going to circle back to them, but he's starting with the biggest contacts that he knows. And that's a great strategy, guys, because look at what it's done. When in fact, what was so fun, when we were traveling, yeah, I flew in, but some of the drives here probably seemed just as long as Chicago, driving from Chicago if I was to drive, because it was just hours away. Nothing's close, okay? So a lot of these places we're going, we have to drive sometimes 90 minutes, and there's nothing like a road trip, okay? With Jesus, Moshi, all right, JC and Stuki, okay? Now, Moshi and Jesus are the same people, right? We call them Moshi Moshi. But they were singing songs like On the Road Again, and then they were singing, Mountain Mama, Take Me Home, Country Roads. And I'm telling you what, it was so funny. A lot of it we got on video. But I'm just saying, guys, that's what it's about. It's really about creating opportunity, but also creating relationships, creating experiences, and actually having a chance to do your business, right? Yes, they're earning money, but also they're having fun along the way, okay? And so even in the car rides to some of these destinations, I mean, Stuki does what he does, calling people on the phone, right? The network as he knows, hey, the CEO's here right now. Let me let you talk to her. Boom, right? So it's just been fun. The food has been surprisingly unbelievable. So fresh. It reminds me sometimes when we went to Costa Rica, their food was just fresh. As we ride by and see all these cows, as we ride by and see all these different farms, just knowing the food is being prepared fresh, guys, it is so awesome. And the hospitality, I mean, that was something really that struck me, is there's so much hospitality, guys. And you know what? We had a chance to walk through the farms. We had a chance to walk on the farm, and we're not giving you the beans right now, so we can't spill the beans. You won't know exactly what's happening here, but what I can tell you is right now, I am claiming this as Akanna Valley, right? Because there's some incredible things that are happening here that can only grow because of the conditions that's created in the Midwest. It's the various extremes, right, of the weather patterns, okay, and how the grass does what they call the rolling plains, okay. And if you come here, you're going to see the valleys and the grass, you're going to see all of this, but it's the extreme climate that allows certain things to grow better than anywhere else in the world, guys. So just imagine, and more details will come soon, and we're going to fill you all in. But first, I want to jump into what's happening this week, okay, and what's already happened, and then I'm going to bring up my special guest. But first, Akanna certification, our second one already. So again, thank you, Dr. Kendall Treve, Nakima Palmer, Dr. Betty, Bo Tomlin, Christian Phillips, Jesus Soriano, Kathy Weathersby, Sylvia Covington, Phyllis Nash, and the hundreds of people who've been attending. In the last couple of weeks, we've had over 300 plus people in attendance, guys, because we did our first one with a couple hundred people last night. I believe it maxed out at about 124. That was exciting, guys. This month, we're also observing Juneteenth, okay? That's on a Monday. So the offices will be closed. So just know Juneteenth, we observe that as our holiday here at Akanna. But also, too, we're observing July the 4th. It's on a Tuesday. But also, too, just know that that Sunday, we're not going to do the certification on Sunday the 2nd of July. We know many people travel during that weekend. And so July the 9th will be the next certification, guys. So please mark your calendar. Let your team know, because you know how to access it and you know what time, right? It's 6 p.m. So no one should get left behind, even if you don't see your link in your email, because we've now created a link. You just go to www. I'm not going to announce it on this call. It's too many people. We don't know who's listening in that shouldn't be listening in, right? And so we want to just know that there's a website. Go to that website and access your certification. Also, too, this weekend we had Flat Belly, the Wellness Coach certification with Dr. Prince and his team, Sharon Dorsey. Kathy, thank you for helping to step in and host that amazing event. Also, too, last night we announced Akanna Lifestyle that's going to be available, where you can actually get your app, right? Your Akanna Lifestyle app is actually now in the Play Store. Now, in order for you to download it, you're going to join us on the training call this Thursday. So we have a Akanna Lifestyle app training call this Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. The link will be emailed out by our VP of Communication. I'll give you the meeting ID, which is 862-6583-5432. That password is 0420. I'm going to repeat it one more time, because from here, just know you're going to get an email. Just talk to your sponsor, talk to your upline, talk to your leader. But one more time, Thursday, that's this Thursday, right? This Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, and the meeting ID is 862-6583-5432, and the passcode is 0420. Okay, so Akanna Lifestyle app. new brochures and banners that we reviewed last night during certification are available this week in your back office. In a few days, you're going to see the links where you can actually go purchase them. Just look under your tools, okay, under the tools. Also, too, we did discuss last night the Akanna Lifestyle Travel. It's going to be really called Akanna Travel Plus. Right now, we're calling it Akanna Lifestyle Plus, but that's on the site where you can purchase your travel business. First, get your first, fee out the way. We're waiving the $59.95 for the first month, so you're just paying the $199 to get it started, to get it going. And then also, too, just know because there is a 10% discount site-wide. So there's a 10% discount that's happening site-wide. If you were one of the early adapters and you got in right away last night, then you probably saw $199. Actually, you probably saw $179, right? But it's actually $199 because it shows $219. So with your 10% discount, it's going to make it $199. So just know that that's a business pack. So it's not eligible for the discounts. The business packs are always at the business price, and then the discounts apply to retail. So just know that 10% retail discount will happen all month long, guys. So all month long, keep sharing with your customers the opportunity to get that discount. And if they're first-time customers, then you also know we have the option of doing another discount, which is Save 10, but they have to be a first-time customer. Make sure if you have any questions about that, you get with your upline leader. On Friday, there's a special call. You're going to get an invite if you're at the Ruby level or above, and so that you can actually hear a little bit more about what's going on in August. There's a boot camp coming up, so you want to mark your calendar. It's going to be August 25th, 26th, and 27th. We're going to be in Roanoke, Virginia, and it's going to be an amazing time for you to really learn the power of internet marketing, okay, the internet marketing, how to really build your business online. If you really want to build and really have a massive team, there's going to be a lot that's trained. A lot of our phenomenal trainers are going to be there, guys. Our staff will be there, but this is going to be exciting. And what's really exciting, guys, I think back a few weeks ago when I was sharing the dream I had, right? When God closes a door, he'll open a window. And sometimes those windows are for us to fly through those windows to the next opportunity, okay? And so we had a chance as a group to walk through that door together. You heard the update, you witnessed the update. But here's what's exciting, guys. It continues, right? So that was just a part of it. In fact, the reason why I was here this weekend in South Dakota, the same gentleman, okay? And some of you are going to have the chance to meet him this week. I mean, he's been featured twice in Time Magazine for Teacher of the Year. He's been on the cover of one of the wealth magazines for his company that he owns, which is SR Marketing. And guess what, guys? He's been a master recruiter, trainer, personally sponsored thousands of people directly, guys. Just again, he's helped some of the biggest companies go to $1 billion and beyond, and he has fallen in love with Akanna. I mean, he's said, and this is what he's been looking for and searching for, for many, many years. That he's been out of the network marketing, doing other projects, just really consulting and helping, but he's fired up about what we're doing, guys. And so there's a lot that you're going to see, especially at this boot camp, because a lot of it's going to be revealed at the boot camp, okay? Also, too, we're working on doing a big grand opening for Akanna. We have this new brand, right? So we've got to do something like we did with our Weed Cafe. It's going to be an outdoor-indoor event. We're going to have food vendors, music, DJ. Okay, we're going to see thousands of people from our community come in as we do a ribbon cutting ceremony. Okay, so that's another thing to get fired up about is we're going to do a big grand opening for our brand new brand Akanna so that we can really get the eyes on us in Chicago. You guys want to mark your calendar, be there. We're working with the team. In fact, the C-suite and the group, we're going to be talking about the details, the logistics, when we want to do it. We're going to get with our marketing team to put out an agenda that's going to blow the community away, guys. Okay, so we're going to do a lot, really just focused on momentum. We're focused on events. We're focused on taking everything to that next level. Here's what we also know. Every company in the United States who's went past $10 million a month, okay, they started, right? And at some point, even if they didn't start with a singular focus, they had to come back to a singular focus, okay, a singular system that they focused on. And so one of the things that we've been really excited about is the revamping of our flat belly lifestyle. Our flat belly lifestyle system is going to be the system we take around the world. Hear me. That will be the system we take around the world. As much as we love CBD, guess what? CBD will cause us to build only a business here in the United States. There are places where they do not even allow any CBD companies to register if that's what the product they're bringing. They can have CBD, but you can't register any CBD products, right? And so we've moved in this direction for a lot of reasons. And one of the biggest reasons is we know that we want to build a global company around the world. There's not been any network marketing company to build $1 billion here in the United States, guys, right? They build it everywhere else. And so if you want to be a part of a business that's $1 billion and beyond, know that it must be an international business. And we must have a focus that's going to absolutely allow us to expand in all those countries around the world. And we're about to simplify this flat belly lifestyle like you've never seen. We know that anything that's not duplicatable, guess what? It doesn't grow. And so we've taken this flat belly lifestyle to a level that's going to allow you to duplicate this business and scale this business all around the world. In fact, when you start analyzing some of the companies out there, and there's many of them that are parallel to where we're at right now. And some of them now are doing 700 million, already over $1 billion, okay? And here's what happens, guys. Their first few years, they hover in the millions of dollars, right? And then all of a sudden, they hover for many, many years at 10 million. And then all of a sudden, boom, they go to $700 million. There's one company that just did that, okay, last year, just hit $700 million. And we're talking about they spent more than a decade plus at those numbers. And here we are in year 4, and we're about to explode this. It's going to be a process where each year is strategic, but within 4 years, imagine seeing a company like ours, right, going to the $1 billion mark and doing it within about 4 years from this day. I mean, how powerful is that going to be? And so you're going to want to be there at the boot camp. You're going to want to get the nuggets and the knowledge. You're going to want to learn how to build your business online. So this Friday, you're going to get an invitation, leaders only, so that we can discuss the details of this boot camp, okay? And you can make the decision to book the boot camp and then start to promote it to your team as well. And so that's super exciting, guys. And so one of the things that we always know that fuels any company is new blood. And when you think about these companies, guys, they don't just get there, okay? There's always a strategy, right? There's always an intentional focus. And when you think about what is typically the strategy, well, in any company, it's always new blood, okay? Always, right? New blood is the lifeline that's going to fuel your business. It's going to fuel your momentum. But also, too, when you start thinking about some of the systems out there, you know, systems must be highly duplicatable, right? Systems have to be, you know, something that people can do, and not only do, something that they enjoy doing. And so we're going to see events like you've never seen before. I know Phyllis is working on some events at the home office. We've got to go to that next level, guys, and doing that's going to mean we're going to put a boatload of events on the table. Any business we've ever been a part of, the one thing you can look at is you can calculate your growth, you can calculate your success by the number of events you're hosting and the number of events the company's hosting, the number of events distributors are hosting. And if you don't see multiple events happening every day, right, it's going to be very hard to get momentum. And so the point is, there must be multiple events happening simultaneously in many parts of this country, in many parts of soon to be the world. And we know one of the ways we do it is through parties, right? Party plans are another great way to explode businesses because parties allow the average person to do something that's duplicatable. And so what you're going to see is an intention, right? You're going to see an intentional movement towards events, right? Towards parties, towards marketing on the internet. We know that social media has really handicapped, right? It's limited a lot of businesses because businesses, unfortunately, have to go through the process of Facebook and the rules and regulations, the changing algorithms, right? And we know that that's not been fair. It's been extremely unfair, especially if you're in the CBD world. And so what's exciting is that a lot of the team we're bringing on board, these are internet marketers, which means without Facebook, they can go out and find millions of people, guys. And that's what's exciting because that's empowering. That means you're able to go out and get those large numbers. And we know that it's large numbers that you need in order to grow and expand. Because if you look at a typical company, most companies are losing 50% of their distributors every 120 days, not customers, right? Which is why we have what really now tens of thousands of customers, right? Almost 30,000 customers. That's exciting. But in reality, most companies are losing half of their distributors 120 days. And here's what that means, guys. It means while we have a better retention, while our attrition is much lower than most companies, if we're not out recruiting, the fact that some people, for whatever reason, are just going to disengage, whether it's great for them or not, that's the statistics, guys. If we're not out recruiting that, what you're going to find, it's going to be very hard for you to go into momentum in your particular business, okay, in your particular team and in your organization. And so one of the solutions we brought is this new app. See, this new app, it's going to help you overcome some of those challenges because you're going to now be able to move with a speed and velocity that you've never seen before. This app company specifically is designed because they want to help companies 10x their business. And they've helped companies do just that. In fact, one of the companies they've worked with went to now over $400 million. And that's just one component. Remember, we're implementing many components. We're implementing events, okay? We're going to have a party plan like you've never seen before. It's going to be so fun, so duplicatable. People are going to want to do this party all across the country. And we have the app. And we have the new Akanna website. I mean, oh my goodness, guys. Does it get any better than that? See, with Akanna, you can tell there is no more business as usual, okay? Business as usual means we're mirroring what we did the last 3 years, right? No. As you've heard, that was the foundation. Now that the foundation is there, you're going to see more of the bamboo tree experience, where the bamboo tree took time to develop, to get the roots, to get the foundation. But once that was done, the bamboo tree starts to skyrocket. And now what it took them years to do, they're going to do in months, okay? What it took them months to do, you're going to see them do it in days. What it took them days to do, sometimes you're going to see that happen in a matter of hours. And so hold on, right? Buckle up. Because as Moshi said last night, this rocket train, right, it is leaving, okay? It is already taken off. And you want to make sure you're on board. And so speaking of Moshi, I have the pleasure of bringing him up this morning. I mean, really, he needs no introduction. I mean, he's really been instrumental in just a lot of what you see right now. We're super fired up and excited that he said yes, okay, here at Akanna. He was fired up about it. And just to give him his proper introduction, because this is someone who's really had a lot of success in business, but he has an extensive background in the direct sales industry. I mean, he's been a critical contributor to several network marketing companies. His monthly sales volume has been in the millions, including leading and training tens of thousands of people over the last 35 years in more than 15 states, including Puerto Rico. He is poised and ready to lead and empower the Hispanic community, a $1 trillion market known as the Hispanic Gold Rush, and all cultures and ethnicities worldwide. Without any further ado, Moshi, make sure you hit star. But I want you just to kind of let them know why you're so fired up and excited about what's about to happen here at Akanna.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
I do,
Hello,
loud and
hello.
clear. Yes.
Okay. Moshi, everybody. Good morning. Ohio gozaimasu in Japanese means good morning. Jesus Soriano from Chicago, aka Moshi. I'm just happy and excited to be here. Just like Melissa said, there's so many things happening. Again, I keep on going to the same thing, but the reason I keep on going back to the same thing is because, I just wish I can get into people's minds and let them know, and they can feel and understand what we are going through. If you've been here from day one, which I've been hearing so many beautiful stories now that we've been traveling with the corporate team, to some parts of the United States, and how this got started. It's amazing. If you think about Bill Gates, if you think about, all these great companies, Robert Kiyosaki and all these guys that have told stories, Anthony Robbins, about how companies got started in the basement, the Amways back in the day, which a lot of us, come from Amway too. And, the garage, the company started from the garage. I mean, it's incredible, how we're developing, we're like recreating a dream that has happened before. So watch this. Everything happens under the sun, right? Everything's been done. Everything's been discovered. So we just kind of, repeat a trend again, and we're not reinventing the wheel. What happens is, we get better and better and better. And men, I had an uncle that told me one day, people don't change. People just go to the next level in life, but they're the same people. So we're within the same industry that has built or has helped companies, and men to be very well in life. The network marketing industry, the people business, as I call it, it's a business that has it's been proven for hundreds of years that is one of the best ways for you to become financial free. And this is where we are. This is how where we're at right now. We're in the process, of becoming a $1 billion company, but you got to see it from the beginning. See, that's what I heard from Zig Ziglar many years ago. You got to close your eyes and you have to visualize the beginning, right? Number one, okay, this is where I'm going to start. This is where I'm at. But then you got to visualize the end of the run. This is where we started. This is where we are. This is how we started. But this is where we're going to be. This is where it's going to end. This is how we see myself surrounded, with a lot of good people, family members, and team members, and hundreds of thousands of families that we're going to help around the world. That's why, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I thank God. Number one, like Melissa says, if it wasn't for divine help, we would not be here. I truly believe we divinely guided. I truly believe that we divinely protected. I truly believe that God is working in not in a mysterious way. No, He's working on a direct, specific way of giving us the door, the window. Oh my God, the train that is boom, the bullet train is taking us to the next level. So by doing what we're doing right now as a team, because we're not, I mean, now I'm living it, as I travel again. I see the team, and I see I'm going to call them the young ladies that started this company, and the ones that backed them up. Oh my goodness, the army that we have in place as leadership is incredible. It takes internal leadership and external leadership to take a company to $300,000, to $1 million, to $100,000, whatever it may be, right? But it takes time, effort, but it takes teamwork, and leadership is crucial. This camp coming up, guys. Oh my God, this is going to be off the chain. It's going to be incredible. The company is about, again. We're like, this is like a baby, and I can't stop saying that I have my 2-year-old grandson with me, Mikey, which I happen to go to the we were in South Dakota, and we were in a gas station, and before I left I was watching TV, right, with him. He was watching Batman, so he was saying Batman, Robin. He's 2 years old. He's going from 2 now to 3 years old, and I tell him, hey baby, I just said this, right? I said, oh, you like Batman? He says, yeah, Grandpa Mushy. So I said, okay, when I come back, look, I'm gonna drive. I have to go to work. Why you have to go to work again? I'm gonna go to work, baby. But watch this. I'm gonna go gas station by gas station by gas station, and I'm gonna find you a Batman and Robin toy. I'm gonna bring it back to you. Yeah, I spoke it into existence. I actually saw the Batman and Robin toys, picking them up with my hands, right? And guess what happened? I'm not kidding. The first gas station that we drove like 9 hours with Steve Stukin and my son JC, to South Dakota, because we wanted to be there. We wanted to be there with our CEO. She's a warrior. She is internal leadership. She is running. She's not stopping. This woman is watch this. She's working for the benefit of her family, for the benefit of to give watch this. Not only her immediate family, now an extension of her family is us. Akanna started with Akanna, is now Akanna. We are part of family. I see that. We see her as Stucky and I call her sister. She's like literally, we think she's our sister, from another time. I don't know, another dimension, because she's a superwoman, we call her, right? But what I'm saying is happening, is developing. So the first gas station that we drove into 9 hours, 10 hours later, guess what happened? I started walking around, and I found the Batman and Robin toy. Oh my goodness, it happened. And I was like, oh my God, it's here. So then I called my daughter, and I said, look, I sent her a picture. Look what I found. She goes, oh my God, Dad, he's going to go crazy, which he did last night. I even recorded him. Maybe I'll show you guys the video one of these days. But what I'm saying is that's what's happening right now. Every time we're speaking and we're saying that we're going to be $1 billion company, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be a $1 billion company. Like I said, I thank God every day. Thank God for Minister Mooney He got a hold of my son. They got a hold of me, and then I got a hold of Stuki, which Stuki is a bullet train itself. He's like Superman. He never stops talking, and that's what we do every day. We talk to people, and we just share the idea. But everything you just heard from our CEO, though, I'm gonna go back to that real quick. She's speaking everything into existence, and it's coming. It's developing. I mean, couple of weeks, a month ago, or a couple of I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, we were not here at this point. We were not here, but we were talking about it. I remember we're in the office and we're talking about it. Oh man, this is like a big family. I love it. I can just see people coming, and then I see Melissa's eyes, and she's like, "Yes, Moshi, Moshi, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." I remember we're in the office, and it was like, "Oh my God, Minister Mooney." It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're in the office downtown Chicago, and then I'm walking from one place to another, and I say, "Yeah," and you're gonna see the people coming, and the big ones are coming, and everybody's coming, and it's gonna be great. It's happening. It's happening. So now all we have to do, again, we just remember, do your best, and learning as much as you can, taking care of your health as much as you can, plug into these calls, plug into the system, plug into the product, plug into the trainings. It was an amazing training yesterday. Every month. It was so good, the training. I mean, I'm not talking about because we were there. I'm talking about the information. See, people like when you see somebody, if you're here, if you're just a beginner and you for the first time in this call, if you're here for the first time and you're like, oh my God, I can't talk like this person, I can't talk like that girl. No, no, no. What's duplicatable is the system. This training that we do once a month is duplicatable. People learn so much to the point that now I got a call last night. They want me to put one of those presentations in Spanish already. And I was like, wait a minute, we're doing the transition from Wakanda to Wakanda. Let us finish doing that. And then I'm going to fully translate everything into Spanish, and we can do one. Now they want to do one from Los Angeles and in Miami. Anyways, everything's happening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of great things are happening. I'm so excited to be here. Of course, I thank God, number one, before being a businessman, I'm a man of God. And before being a businessman, I'm a gentleman. That's what my mom taught me. I'm a mama's boy, always be a mama's boy. But I just want to say thank you so much for being in this call. Thank you, Melissa, for giving me the opportunity. And we're here to help and support. Don't feel afraid of reaching out, giving us a call or whatever. Put it in the chat when we're doing presentations. Have a great day. God bless you. And let's go get them. Moshi Moshi en acción. Shalom, shalom.
Hey, Moshi, yes, let's go get him. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Before I introduce JC or Stuki, I just want to check in to see if they're on the line. JC, Stuki, if either one of you are out there, I'll let you say some closing words. And if not, we're going to keep it moving because I know you guys are warriors. I'm telling you what, they do not play. Stuki drove from Florida to Chicago just to join the guys in driving from Chicago to Ohio. So we're talking about he drove maybe, 14 hours, so he can come another 8 hours to come here to South Dakota. I mean, not Ohio, right? And so these guys are mavericks. Hey, maybe he's getting his sleep. But with that being said, I want to also just say today's lineup. Don't forget right now, guess what's happening? You can go to reboundwithakanna.com. So reboundwithakanna.com. It's now in full effect, okay? And that happens every day, Monday through Saturday at 8:30 a.m. At 2:30 p.m. Central, go to saveourstrands.com. And then guess what? At 7:30 p.m., you can actually go and experience Zoom in with Akanna. So we now have our link back. So zoominwithakanna.com. And that's going to connect you at 7:30 to our corporate Zoom. And then, of course, tomorrow you want to wake up and be on the Diamond Factory with our very own Phyllis Nash, our CSO, who's going to help take your business to that next level. And so with that being said, I want you all to have an Akanna day. We're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top, because guess what? This time we are absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, busting through the top. We are going to $1 billion and beyond, and we're going to do it in less than 4 years. So thank you all and have a phenomenal day.